Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And niggas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in a nigga for fucking with me. My back's to the wall, now you gon' see. You better watch how you talk when you talk around me. Cause I'll come and take your life away. Many men, many men wish death upon me. Hell no, hey, watch what you say around me. I'm just moving around. I ain't about, hey, shit. Hey, one thing's for sure and two things for certain. I'm never gonna engage with somebody. And I'm gonna tell you why. Person that's willing to engage with you is gonna crash out on their own. Swear to God. I promise to God. They gonna hurt themselves. There's no reason for me to do it. You gonna hurt yourself. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, a person who engages with you on some bullshit or some goofy shit, 9 times out of 10, they gonna crash out on their own. Look, and hey, if I'm lying, I'm dying, and I ain't dead yet. Most shit, you can just be like, hey, you got it, big dog, and go and move away. All that tough shit, I'm telling you, bro. That shit they are going to hurt themselves, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna hurt themselves. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, if a motherfucker try to get on goofy shit with you, stupid shit with you, 9 times out of 10, they gonna crash out on their own. They're going to hurt themselves. My father used to tell me, let dead dogs lie. Bro, listen, because I'm going to tell you this. 9 times out of 10, bro, rich people or somebody on a high plateau is not going to do that. I can tell you that right now. They not going to engage with you. I mean, they not going to be the motherfuckers who going to be on goofy shit with you. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen because it does. You know, but a motherfucker that's really hating on you, bro, and he do that, bro, let them have it. Hey, bro, you got it, big guy. You got it, big guy. Unless you put in a position to really have to defend yourself, I'm telling you, bro, let that nigga have it. Let that dude or females too, let them have it. They gonna hurt themselves, bro. Cause it takes a certain type of person to want to engage in that type of fashion. It takes a different type of person to be able to say, you know what? I hate on this person, or I'm envious of this person, or I'm jealous of this person. But instead of wanting to tear them down, how can I learn from them? It's 2 different mindsets, 100% 2 different mindsets. Because whichever mindset you own, you're going to spiral up or spiral down. I can guarantee you that shit. And the person who thinks about engaging in that type of fashion is going to spiral down. Listen, man, I'm telling you, take this advice for whatever you take from it. But I'm telling you right now, unless you're in a position to where it's life or death, don't engage. If a motherfucker just talking, just let them talk. Let them get it. Let them get it out. Let them get whatever. Because it's not you. They're just reflecting themselves. Bro, I hate this nigga. If a female, listen, if a female say she hates you, she really love you. If a dude say he hates you, he really love you. He's envious, jealous. There's something that you're displaying that he doesn't have. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, I'll probably go even further and say 9.5 times out of 10. If somebody engages with you on that type of level, don't engage. And the reason why is because they're going to hurt themselves. There's no need for you to hurt them. When a boxer really knows, do you think, and let's really, I'm going to put this in an example. Deontay Wilder, probably one of the hardest punching niggas in the world. Ever. Let's just say ever. The hardest puncher ever in the world. And if somebody and to be honest, I really hate that he did that with that white guy. I really hate that he did that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Cause he brought him to his level. Even we all know he was gonna do dude dirty. Jay-Z said it. We all knew he was gonna do dude dirty. He put the paws on dude, that white dude. He beat the brakes out this, made him quit and everything. We knew it. He knows it. The white guy knew it. But the reason he engaged with him is to show where he's at. Listen, if you kill me, you famous. If I kill you, I'm brainless. You're not gaining anything from doing that besides your own ego. There's nothing doing that. And I love Deontay Wilder. I've been a bronze bomber since damn near before he was big. Listen, when he lost his first match, I was hurt. Listen, he asked my dad. I was hurt. I'm talking about distraught, destroyed inside. I'm like, damn, bro. But I was like that. And even in his last fights, I just wish he'd never changed. Listen, I'm a big Deontay. I don't like to consider myself fans of many people. But when Deontay Wilder fought, I was a fan of Deontay Wilder. A huge fan of Deontay Wilder. I always rooted for Deontay Wilder, and I still do. I still root for Deontay Wilder. I wish they never changed his style of fighting. I wish they never changed it. I understand sometimes, a lot of times, people have your cards. And instead of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, sometimes you just might need a small adjustment. At least what I've learned in my case. Don't throw the whole baby out with the bathwater, just small adjustments. And I wish that after Tyson Fury, I wish they never changed his whole style. I wish they kept his style the same, but just changed certain things. And sometimes motherfuckers just got your number. I mean, let's keep it all the way a buck. Sometimes people just got your number. Look, sometimes motherfuckers, anyway. But yeah. Yeah, man. Bro, never go down to another motherfucker level. A motherfucker will never engage with you, bro. Oh my God, bro. If a motherfucker do that, I'm telling you, it shows that you have power over that person. It shows that you're a loser. And what happens to a loser when a winner engages with a loser? You become a loser. You're stupid enough to engage with that person. Stupid, bro. That's really all you proving, to be honest. You're stupid enough to engage with that person. You look at that shit like, okay, cute. And move the fuck on. I'm telling you. Excuse me. Just and get the fuck on. I'm telling you, bro. It's not even worth it. It's not, because it's sticky to yourself. It's like a nasty, gooey, negative feeling when you engage with that type of person. Because now you know I have to become something else when I do that instead of just moving around. Now, like I said, if it's life or death, that's different. If it's a motherfucker who trying to put their hands on you, that's a whole different ball game. Now, all bets is off when that type of shit come around. I'm telling you that now. But if a motherfucker just talking, if a motherfucker just want attention, it's like kids. I remember, it's like kids, bro. Kids are going to make noises. They going to cry. They going to do all this shit. Listen, be God, bro. You know what's so interesting about this? Mother Nature goes through seasons. She has tornadoes. She fucking rains a lot. And then she goes cold. Then she's hot. Then she goes through all this shit, right? Has tornadoes, earthquakes. She makes a lot of noise just to get God's attention. You know what God is? He's just constant. He's just there. God doesn't engage. He just, I love you, baby. He said, I love you, baby. There you go. I love you. That's okay. Go through all your shit. Okay. I love you when you're cold. I love all that shit. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Same with your kids. Cause we God's kids, right? When you sit there and pray to God and you, oh, why did you do all this shit to me? And woo, woo, woo. God's just looking at you like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, okay, whatever you say, Bucko. I love you still. He gives you, and it's interesting because he still gives you the choice to choose. He still loves you. Either way it goes, he still loves you. Hilarious. God is always constant. That's why, at least in my perspective, you have Mother Nature and Father Time. Father Time, or time in and of itself, does not care about your emotions, don't care about how you feel, don't care about what you think, don't care about uh none of that. He cares about nothing. He's going to be him. Time is still going to go on and it's never going to stop. I'm the most consistent thing that you will ever meet. I don't care about your fucking feelings. There's truths. That's it. I have a truth. I'm going to keep going. I don't care. You're going to die. I'm going to continue forward. And either you adjust or you don't. Mother Nature jumps, fights, goes around, does that. She nourishes us. She gives us food. She does all this shit. But she goes through her emotion. From our mother we come, to our mother we shall return. It's the same shit. But your father's not here. He's not present with you. He's present with you in spirit. He knows, hey, look, bro, I love you. I'm taking care of the shit I'm supposed to take care of. You gotta do the same. That's how I see it. But my banksters, welcome to the bank. You are here with the teller. Rob the bank. Follow me as I follow money. Let's dive deep and get Johnny Manziel rich, baby. So I know I've been on a little hiatus. I have been taking care of a couple things. But one of the biggest things, as you can see right here behind me, is I have been working on a cryptocurrency course. I've been working on, it's the 4 legs of this course is privacy, anonymity, dark web, and OPSEC, or operational security. There's videos on my page about this, but the biggest thing that I'm focusing on with this page, obviously because I'm Rob the Bank, is the cryptography, cryptocurrency, and the ability to buy cryptocurrency, move cryptocurrency, keep things away from peering eyes, is buying cryptocurrency without KYC, also known as know your customer. And that's my biggest stick. Andrew Tate gave y'all the ability to see the matrix. I'm giving you the ability to stay out the matrix. That's all it is. You know, so I'm almost finished developing it. I'm close. I want to make sure I add as much value as I possibly can in it. And do as much research as I possibly can. Kind of keep it entertaining, keep it straight to the point. And, you know, I just really hope you guys enjoy it and take a lot from it. That's my biggest thing, is making sure you guys get as much value as much value from it as possible. And yeah, so it'll be coming soon. I'll still be making videos. I'll still be doing a lot of stuff. But I just kind of want to have something to where you guys can purchase something, and kind of something informational, something that's, I'm not sitting here telling you that it's going to be a super life changer or make you millions and billions of dollars. I'm not one of those guys. I just want to, okay, so I'll give you a little something about myself. I'm very recluse and secluded. I don't really like to be on these type of things, but the one thing that is giving me the ability to be on here is if I am making some type of money from it. I don't want to be on these type of things because motherfuckers is weird. Motherfuckers do all type of other shit. But I am looking for like-minded individuals, people who like to talk about this type of shit, people who like to do these type of things. You know, and so a lot of my life, I've kind of been around people. I've been hurt by friends, you know, the regular shtick. And I really want to find like-minded individuals that think about these type of things and are in tune with these type of things. Because Lord knows I pay people for information, and people, I want to be reciprocated. We constantly moving things and doing things, caring for people, and we kind of are like-minded. So that's kind of my reason for doing it. And you can ask anybody who damn near truly knows me. I really don't like social media. I try to stay away from it as possible. My undergrad was in computer science, and I just don't like it. I think it gives away too much information that people necessarily don't need. And you know, you're giving away information to these platforms that sell your data and configure your data to sell advertisements to, and they can build profiles on you. And I'm not going to go any too much deeper into it, because that's a fucking video in and of itself. So, yeah. So this is the course that I'm building, and I'm gonna make sure I deliver as much possible value as I can to y'all. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you want it, you know, I'll present it. Yeah, hopefully I want to be done. I'm getting a target. I want to have it done. What is this? I want to have it done by the 21st, maybe by the 1st of November. So I want to have it really done by then. And so, yeah, still want to make a phone number or email list. I definitely want to have a phone number because it's more intimate, actual live phone number where like you could text me and I'll reply back, an actual phone number. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people who are actually with me, we actually be talking and you get direct messages. So, and then it'll be a group too. But anyway, the topic that I wanted to kind of touch on today is love is law and family is business. Now, what the fuck am I talking about and what does that mean? Love is law and family is business. Okay? And when I say that, I'm a businessman. No, I'm a business man. You need to look at yourself as if you're a business. And the reason why I say that, you need to look at yourself as a corporation. Because when you go out into the world, you need to be looking for a partner. And I wouldn't really say a partner. Let me say it in this way. An employee. Because let's be honest here. The whole point of having a woman is that she's an employee of the corporation. Same with any corporation, they have employees. See, CEOs are employees, whether you believe it or not. Somebody can own the company and put a CEO in there. So don't neglect that. But if you are the CEO of your company, the chief executive officer, you make certain big decisions to move the company forward, i.e., and also your family. You make very big decisions to move your family forward. Now, you also need a COO or Chief Operations Officer. Now, there's a book called Rocket Fuel. Now, you need to know yourself to a large extent. And when I say this, you need to have enough experience doing multiple different things. Go out and try so many goddamn different things and see what you're good at, your personality, where you're at. And when you figure that out, you need to know what position you're better at. So in Rocket Fuel, it talks about two separate positions. You have the dreamer and then you have operations. Now, I know that's not verbatim from the book, but that's essentially what the roles are. Okay. Now, the roles are, you need to know which one you are, either the dreamer or the operations. And the reason why I say that is because business and marriage are synonymous, 150 million billion percent synonymous. And you're like, hey, Bank, how? How is it synonymous? Well, good question. I'm glad you asked. Marriage has a failure rate of, I don't know the exact number, and I'm not going to look it up. You can Google it. Type it in. Google's your friend, bro. And you got ChatGPT. Marriage is 60% failure rate. It has a 60% failure rate. North, and you can say, I can say more, but I'm a conservative number is 60%. Have y'all ever looked up the failure rate of partnerships in business? It's pretty much way higher than that. I want to say like 80%, if I'm not mistaken, 85%. But the reason why I'm showing this is synonymous. It's just how rocket fuel says in the book is that two things usually happen, and it's the same. People usually look for uh, let me take a step back. People usually are in search for things that they have no idea what they're looking for. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't know who you are, sometimes you could be a very methodical, strict person, which means you're more likely to be on the operational side. If you're more methodical, if you're more, it has to be this, it has to be this, has to be this, has to be this, has to be this. You're more on the operational side than you are the dreamer side. And the reason why I say you're more the operational and a dreamer, I mean, this also is stated in that book. I would definitely say go purchase that book, and it would give you a more in-depth look into it. I actually probably do a book review on it, but it gives you more in depth. And the reason why you are, if you're more strict, you're an operations type of person. Same way, if you're not as strict, if you're not as, but you have a plethora of ideas, if you do a lot of research and you do all this type of things, you see all this research, and this is your predominant mindset. I'm not saying that you can't have some structure to your life. It's not what I'm saying. The superior man, the book, Deida, if I'm not mistaken, he talks about having a complementary opposite. And this is the same thing. Same way in business, it's the same way in marriage. You need to have a complementary opposite. If you are the dreamer, you need a structured person. Now, will you guys clash and bump heads? Yes. Not necessarily, but only if you don't respect the other person's job. Now, what does that mean? I'll give you a look at it in real life. There's two different couples that I really, they're all over social media, but I admire, and they have clues of success, which is Alex Hormozi and Layla Hormozi and Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone. Now, these are actually two different interesting couples. The reason why is because Alex and Layla are the dreamer in operations. Obviously, you can see in their relationship, the dreamer and operational. Alex Hormozi is more of the dreamer. Now, does he have some aspects of the operations? Yes, 150 million billion percent. But is she better at operations than him? Yes. This is why they work. He has a dreamer. He's the CEO. She's a COO. The CEO, an effective executive, it's another book, talks about the CEO makes a few decisions that moves the company forward. That is the whole purpose of the CEO, is he makes big decisions, few big decisions that move the company forward. He doesn't make many decisions because you can have decision fatigue. You have operations, which is Layla, who makes a lot of decisions. She talks to a lot of different people. She's handling a lot of different people. The CEO goes right is above the COO, which has a lot of different branches, and this is why she's better at that. She has a predisposition to be better at that, which is good. This is why they work. This is why they mesh well, because one is the dreamer, which he's predisposed to. This is where his disposition is more leaned that way, and she's the opposite way. But they respect, and I think they talked about this on they talked about this on an interview, was that he steamrolled her one time because he didn't respect her decision, or he didn't respect her job. And the reason why, and why I'm bringing this up, is because we both have separate roles, and this is and I'm taking a kind of a loop around to come back around, because they need to respect each other's positions and decision making in the role that they're in. Now you have the opposite, which I think is the opposite. And this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to slight anybody or say anything disrespectful. I'm actually in admiration of both of these relationships. You have the opposite in my eyes, which is Elena and Grant. And the reason why I say this, Grant was a lot of the operations type of guy. He did a lot of the building of the company, working hard for the company, all this type of stuff. They talked about this in one of their interviews, how she gave him the idea of, you need to be a billionaire. I see you and you need to be a billionaire, which to me seems more of the dreamer side. And he's the more operational side. Now, and this is why I say this, they knew their role to a large extent, to a very large extent. They knew each other's roles and they respect each other's roles. Now, am I saying that he didn't fight back and all that? Yeah, I'm not saying that. But I'm going back to the main point at hand, which is they understood the roles that they had. Both, and in both cases, this is a similarity between Grant and Alex, is that they both started to build something. As they built it, they saw that there were needs that needed to be met to take them to a whole different level. So when they got with these women, they took them to a different level because it was a complementary opposite. This is why it's a complementary opposite. Now, am I saying that it was perfect? Am I saying that when they got together, everything was just this magical thing? That's not what I'm saying. It's absolutely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, same way in marriage, it's the same way in business. Same way with friendships. You're marrying your friends, you're marrying your business partner, and you're marrying your wife who comes into the family. Love is law and family is business. You need to structure yourself to make sure that she has a role in the family. When you go out and you're searching for a woman, which I would say don't search, have an idea, have a goal, have a plan, build something first. I forget what it says in the Bible. Build it and then they will come. Once you have something built, once you have an idea of who you are, what you're strong at and what you're weak at, you find the opposite person, the complementary opposite person who feels the weakness that is her strength. If I have a weakness, she must have that strength. You know what I mean? Whatever I'm weak in, she has to be strong in. Whatever I'm strong in, she has to be weak in. So, but we must have certain things that feel, we must have things that are in alignment. We must, that I'm not saying don't have a motherfucker that don't believe in loyalty or don't believe in this is my, this is who I'm with. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is find their foundations, there's baseline things that they must believe in, and then whatever the complementary opposite is, this is how y'all build vertically. And the reason why I'm making these associations because they are exactly the same. When you get in business with somebody, male or female, and you're supposed to say this is your partner, you're married. You both have to have respect for each other's decision making. And you have to know when you need to sit the fuck down and allow that person to make that decision. So love is law and family is business. Okay? You need to do the same for your family. What do you want your family to look like? Like me, for myself. I think I lean more towards the dreamer side. Oh, I gotta pee like a mother. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. Now, I'm gonna give you a paradigm shift. And I want you to stop thinking of things as good and bad and thinking of things as necessary and not necessary. And this is why people say, and I lean more towards this, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. Okay. And I say this about myself because I have a lot of different interests and I chase a lot of different interests. And that's not essentially bad because people say it in a negative connotation. When you say master of, jack of all trades and a master of none, which is cool. But you also must have somebody who can, when doing something right, vertically integrates it or builds it. Help is the operation side. Now, i.e., an example. I recently watched an interview with of Black Sam, and he talked about when Nipsey Hussle built the computer and started he started burning CDs. And I'm gonna show you why this is really important. Nipsey Hussle was a dreamer. He showed that I'm gonna build something, I'm gonna work on something, and then I kind of let it go. His brother Black Sam is the operational person because then he structured the business and ran the business from that. And this is what I'm saying. This is how Nipsey Hussle brought the idea to fruition. The dreamer. He saw, okay, there's going to be something. There's going to be something about these computers and something about this. So let's kind of work on this and develop this. But then you need the operational person to take that idea and then to build a business and scale. And that's the two things. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. It's the same example, just different. Steve Jobs was the dreamer. He knew there was something there. We got to configure something to build from it. But he wasn't the operations guy. Steve Wozniak was the developer and the operations guy because he had a better understanding of what it actually took. Steve Wozniak, when I saw the Ashton Kutcher when they did that, was when they took the computer to the guy who bought some of the computers at first, and they brought chips. What he said to them was, I wanted you to develop an actual all-in-one computer. Steve Wozniak was like, bro, like, we're not doing that shit. This is a computer. This is what it is. Steve Jobs was a dreamer because he heard what he was saying was, okay, this is where we need to lean more into, and this is what we need to develop. And that's what I'm saying is the marriage of dreamer and operations, dreamer and structure. The dreamer's kind of everywhere. He's trying to pick on a lot of different things. And you need to be comfortable with who you are. If the woman is the dreamer, that is not a negative thing. If the woman is the dreamer, you are stronger in operations, you're stronger in structure, you're stronger in these things. There's not a wrong thing with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Stop thinking it's good and bad. Start thinking in what's necessary and not necessary. No, who cares? As long as we win. This is what I require. This is what I require. And as long as we're winning, all that other shit don't matter. Now, am I saying not to have love in what you're doing or not to love the person? Is like love is law and family is business. Treat everybody like business and they need. No, there must be love there. In everything you do, you must have love. There must be care and concern with everything you do. Don't treat I'm not saying treat everything as business, but you have to grow the relationship with a business in mind, knowing that I hired this person the same way in Superior Man. They talk about know why you got with this woman. And there's no better way of knowing why you got with this woman than to have a paradigm of thinking, okay, I'm getting with this woman because I act and she cleans up after me. Or she dreams so much. She has so many aspirations. So she thinks of so many different things that I never could think of. I've never could have thought of this shit ever in my life before. But I know how to execute on it. You get what I'm saying? I know how to bring this shit to life. I know how to make this shit into something real. Which once again, it is perfect. It's a perfect marriage. The problem is most people, just like in rocket fuel, what starts to happen is that they step on each other's toes and they don't agree with each other's decision making. That's the problem. Because they get, just like physics, J. Cole said this, but just like anything, we start to get so big, now we start to think we can do that, and now we clashing. And that's the problem. You know? And the problem, you don't want to clash. Hey, look, baby, this is your domain. Like just like anything like this. The adage of this is my house, but this is her home. This is her domain. She took whatever. I walk in the house and she take care of whatever the fuck it is. I have listen, I ain't got shit. You know, as long as I'm cool, I'm comfortable, I'm fed. Hey, look, man, baby, you can have this motherfucker. This is your thing, which is cool. The decisions that make for this household, that's all me. What I say about what I want the kids to do, or what my idea of what how our family should be run, that's me. I'm making the decisions for that. I'm telling, no, my kid's gonna be playing. My kid's gonna be boxers. My kid's gonna be homeschooled or whatever the fuck. Whatever your decision is, that's you. You're making the overarching decision over the home. She's doing the operations of it. She's making sure they getting up and going doing what they supposed to do, or, so forth and so on. And yeah. So I think I explained it pretty well. You need to be looking to hire. You need to be looking to hire women, not to love women and all. Let me not say that, because you want to love women, but you need to hire women. You need to you're not trying to go date and all that other shit, because Lord knows you don't need money to get to know somebody. But you need to hire people. You need to hire the women. You need to hire your friends. You need to hire, because when you hire women, when you hire friends, there's nothing better than to test to see what type of person you're dealing with. Because, like Jay-Z said, less is more, and there's plenty of us. You're going to go through the needle. You're trying to find the needles in a haystack with friends, with family, with wives, girlfriends, and all that shit. All of these things are synonymous. You're not going to be finding, a plethora of people that fit into these roles. You're not doing it. You're looking for the best candidate in each position with friends, with family, because listen, I mean, your family going to work against you sometime. Your wife can work against you. Your friends can work against you. And the whole point is that you want to cipher this out. Just how you cipher for gold, you want to cipher. Or is it siphon? Cipher. I think it's cipher. I might say it wrong, but whatever. You want to cipher or siphon for gold, and you're trying to look for that gold. So you got to go through certain things to find that stuff out. Now, are you going to be perfect at it? No. It is what it is. I say hire fast, fire fast, and the reason why I say that is you try to have a conversation with a person if something's not going your way or something's not leading. I would say if we're not working, we're just not working. And there's nothing negative about it. I want to make sure you're good too. But if it's not working, we're just not working. If it's not effective, it's not effective. If we're not good at it, if we're not winning, then we're not winning. So, we need to adjust. And you are the CEO of your company. And the reason why I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna touch on this. It's better to have employees than it is to have partners. I know you're right, because I think that's why I was saying employees instead of partners. Because once you have employees, yes, they have a specialty in the company, but the partner is different. A 50-50 partner is so tough because it takes a lot more. It takes a dire. I mean, it just takes a tremendous amount more to have to be in it with people. Because you got to understand these people, at least in my perspective, all this is my perspective, in my opinion. If you have a partner, y'all are so in line. Y'all are complete, like y'all have a huge alignment, like damn near complete vertical straight line to where y'all damn near twin. Like when people say twin and not just being on some funny shit, like the actual definition of an identical twin is that when I'm not around, when they talk, you can hear my voice, and vice versa. Like we think and damn near act the exact same. And that's so tough to have that type of situation, because even twins don't even think like that a lot of times. Even though more times than not, they think exactly the same because they can finish each other's sentences and stuff like that. But my point is that y'all have to be so aligned that situation has to be. Same way with marriage. That woman you with has to, when you think of partner, I'm thinking the same exact thing as a person who's willing to kill, who's willing to, like, when you think of partner, your friends, when they say the 5 closest people to you are who you become, she has to be such an extension of you, or so similar to you, that it's damn near you can't separate the two. When she talks, you hear him speak. That's how close of a partner you gotta have. But it's so tough because more times than not, your partner is different from you. And I think it's better to have an employee because women need to look up to a very large extent. She has to look up to you anyway. So when you have an employee, even though she works for you and she had, like, let's say a CEO and COO, she still kind of answers to you and your program. And that's why I'm saying you need to own your company. You need to own you, and you need to be the CEO of your company. Because when you're the CEO of the company, the CEO, well, depending on your situation, I'm not, because some situations, this is a blanket statement, and I know this doesn't fit everybody well because some men just don't purely have goals, aspirations, lofty dreams and stuff like that. Sometimes women have these type of things and they don't know how to execute on them. I'm not, this is that, and I really want to point that out because it's such a big thing. Be a winner. If she has the lofty dreams and all this type of other shit, let her have it. Just make sure you can execute on it. Honestly, if you really want to be kind of interesting about it, Adam 22 and Lena have a very interesting, even though it's not the stereotypical way you would think that it works. I think to a large extent, how they operate is very interesting because it's not the stereotypical way of how people would expect things to win, but to a large extent, it's effective. I mean, if you remove like the sex part and all, I mean, look, it's effective. I'm not even going to like really touch on the situation and all that. It's not ideal for me. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not ideal for me, but what's ideal for what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander. Different strokes for different folks. But I can learn from that. I can learn how they move shit and how they get shit done. Because you see, she's still married to him. She ain't married to Jason Love. She married to him. And she bringing in that money to him. That's a whole different conversation. But, yeah. Love is law and family is business. Do what's effective. Hire the right women. When you go take interviews, go into thinking of interviews. If you're going on a date, think of that date as an interview. Now, am I saying go in and like, oh, tell me what your 5-year plan and all? I'm not saying don't do it like that. Because the best way to date women is not by the words that she uses, by the actions that she takes. Now, you got some rare people who speak the words and walk the walk, talk the talk and walk the walk, which is fine. But you need to be paying attention on what she does, her actions and that type of thing. The 3% man, Corey, God, what is that man's last name? 3% man, he has a book and he lays this out perfectly. Corey something, it'll come to me soon. But he talks about this. And it's the same thing. You don't fuck what she say. I want to see what you do. My dad used to tell me this as a child. I can't hear what you say because I see what you do. That shit rings so true to this day. On my Deontay Wilder shit, to this day. But it rings true. I don't care what you say. I'm going to see what you do. And, yeah, man, go on dates looking to hire people, looking to hire women. Same with men. It's not different. Even though it's not a sexual relationship, you're going out with men to find out, to date them, to going through the process of hiring, to bring on, to see who you're bringing on as friends. It is the same process. Now, is it slightly different because you require different things from them? Yes. Are you, because different, once again, different strokes for different folks. I'm not into guys, so I'm not looking to talk to guys to have sex with. I'm looking at guys who are who are alike mind, who are, people who have a certain moral compass, have a certain moral code, and follow the things that they do, and stand by their word. Am I looking for the most gangster of gangster people? No. Now, if that's it, now is that a plus? 150%. That's and it's that kind of thing. You need to know the requirements that you have for certain type of people. And that's why they say, real niggas will never die. All these type of things that we're doing. I'm just, I guess, giving the idiosyncrasies of these phrases that we hear and giving a better explanation of it, or a more deeper understanding of it. Idiosyncrasies is not the correct word that I'm trying to use, but a deeper understanding of what of these phrases that we hear on a day-to-day basis. So, yeah, man. Love is love, family's business. Date these people and figure out. See, at least in my perspective, I'm going to say this. And even if you're a very focused person, you got to try multiple different things to see what works for you. See what Steve Siebel in the world class, what is it, 100 world class secrets of the world class, 100 secrets of the world class, and how rich people think. He talks about figuring out the emotional triggers that can propel you forward. If you go watch the TV show Billions, which is my favorite show, Billions is my favorite show, it's because you see the emotional triggers of these people that propel them forward. When you see, God dang, Chuck and his wife, and they're doing BDSM, that's an emotional trigger to keep him moving forward, whatever it may be, but it's keeping him to move forward. And, whatever it is, I'm not judging anybody. Now, am I going to get my ass bent over and slapped and shit? Like, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But he's in a position of power and he can make things move. Same way with Axe. Axe is a lonely he's a lone wolf in that way. And he's an angry motherfucker. He has a lot of hate and resentment in his heart because his father wasn't there. Because his father did them dirty, which is fine. Your emotional triggers is your emotional fucking trigger. Don't let these terms of toxic or toxicity and all this shit. This is a new introduced idea. Back in the day, if you genuinely believe that they like toxic people weren't there, you're a fucking idiot. I'm just keeping it all the way a buck with you. You are a fucking idiot. If you think your grandpa wasn't toxic, you're a fucking idiot. If you think women back in the day weren't cheating, you're a fucking idiot. None of this shit is new. All it is that people can now see what's happening. It's the same shit. If you think women back in the day didn't have the same aspirations as women now today, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. If you think women back in the day weren't trying to look for a high value man or a man who made over a certain amount of money a year, if you genuinely think that, you are a fucking idiot. It is the same thing, but now now it's more public. There's nothing new under the sun. Women have been the same way they've been for fucking eternity. Men have been the same way from fucking eternity. Kings have been kings, and women want to sleep with the kings. If you think, not Abraham, what's my man who made Psalms? Jesus Christ. If you think he had fucking 300 wives and 200 concubines because it's the same shit. It's the exact same shit. There's nothing different. There's nothing new under the sun. It is the exact same thing that it has always been. Always been. Always been. There's nothing new under this motherfucking sun. These same people, niggas who got motion, bitches been wanting to fuck niggas with motion. Let's keep it a buck. If you've been a king, women have always been wanting to throw themselves at you because you're a king. The only difference is that we are in a society, and this is why I love America. And I don't know many other places that can do this, but this is why I love America. Maybe I have Stockholm syndrome or whatever the fuck, but I love America because this is the only place that you can go from being a peasant to a king in your own right in a lifetime. I truly want you, I truly want people to understand this. America is one of, if not the only, place that you can go from peasant to king in a lifetime. America is the only place that you can go from being a peasant to a king. One of, I don't know. I'm not from anywhere else. I paid some attention to other places, but America's system and the way it is set up gives you the ability, at the very least, and I'm gonna say this with kind of focus, with complete focus, where you can go from peasant to a king in your own right in under a decade. In 10 years of your life, with complete focus and the right vehicle to get you where you need to go to, you can go from peasant to king. And women, not a woman, you can have women throwing themselves at you. Is one of the only societies that can do that. Look, and once again, I'm not throwing slight at nobody. I'm not being disrespect. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just speaking the truth. Kim Kardashian sucked a dick and became a billionaire. Jordan Belfort stole from people, finesse people. I'm just say finesse people, beat his wife, and still became who he is. We can go down the line of this shit, but what I'm saying is, America's one of the only places to do this. You can go from being a peasant to a king. This is one of the few societies from where you can do that in under a decade. If you truly focus, and I'm living this. I'm not sitting here. I'm not speaking of. I'm living this. If you pick the right vehicle, if you focus and work hard enough, you can create enough leverage to where you can go from peasant to a king in less than a decade. I'm gonna just say a decade, because Alex Hormozi said this. Like, if you give 10 years of your life, you're going to be rich, and if you give everything you possibly can to this, you're going to be rich. It's the same thing. What's my man's name? Andrew Tate says the same thing. This is a reverb of a lot of different things. Life has been the same life, just different tools and different players. It has been the same thing. There's always been a low class, middle class, high class. There's always been classes. There's always been rich people. There's always been hoes. There's always been women. There's always been women who sucking dick, who's always cheating on the husband. There's always been dudes who allow women to cheat on them. These are not new concepts. These are the same concepts, just in modern times, with the ability to be able to be seen in real time. There's nothing new under the sun. If you think so, I feel sorry for you, and you're classified as an idiot. There have been idiots. There have been village idiots since the beginning of time, and you're one of them. You're a fucking village idiot, and I feel sorry for you. There have been tall men. There have been short women. All this shit is not new. There is nothing new under the sun. Nothing. There have been non-believers, believers. Listen, nothing new under the sun. And with that being said, let's dive even deeper. Let's get even richer. Let's update our software so our hardware can run efficiently. Follow me as I follow this money. Love is law. Family is business. Course coming soon. Follow me on Instagram if you want. If not, I don't really give a shit. And yeah, I love y'all. I don't think I have anything else to say. um, I got 5 seconds left, so we're out. Take care. Love y'all.